10 days to go. Andrew.
Now, one of the features of this election has been Star Wars, the battle between the parties to recruit celebrities from stage and screen to applaud them. After all, acting and politics are virtually the same thing. Both involve having an agent, sticking to a script written by somebody else, and asking an audience to suspend its disbelief. Well, as tomorrow is Oscar night in Hollywood, today we've asked television critic Mark Steyn to assess the quality of acting in the party election broadcasts and award the Whammies.
Good afternoon. It's a privilege to be back in your wonderful marginal constituency to bring you the razzle-dazzle of the 1992 Whammy Awards. It's the premier event in the British entertainment world. And talking of premiers, John Major is just one of the stars en route to this glittering gala even as I speak. John, this must be a big day for you.
It is.
Is it?
It is.
Well, we'll engage in more badinage with John later. But now, live by satellite, Sir David Steele. David, I gather you disagree with the way John and the other stars get chauffeured in limousines to these awards. So how would you like to see them get here?
Up front with the drivers, not just as a reluctant passenger whinging in the back seat.
And Labour's new health spokesperson is with us live from the Bonnie Langford Hospital for the acutely stage-struck. Can you hear me? I must apologise. She seems to have a problem with her earpiece, so we'll try and get back to her later on. But now let's get going with the first 1992 Whammy Award for Best Direction of a Motion Picture. And the nominations are John Schlesinger for the Conservatives, Hugh Hudson for Labour, and Des Wilson for a total budget of 17 and sixpence. And the winner is... well, here's the first surprise of the awards. For the story of one man's struggle to find his way back to Downing Street, John Major wins a special Whammy for Best Directions.
Can we turn left into Atlantic Road in a moment, please? I think I'd like to go down there and have a look.
From the comedy film The Road to Brixton, featuring the hit song 24 Hours from Tulse Hill. And now we come to the Whammy for Best Costumes. And frankly, this has been a disappointment since the retirement of the theatrical outfitter Margaret of Finchley. However, this year's Whammy goes to haute couturier Norman Lamont for proving that, yes, there are signs of a turn-up in the economy. But moving on, the Whammy for Best Subtitles this year goes to the Liberal Democrats for their new fleet of customised Trident nuclear subtitles. The award panel has been struck by the number of entries this year aimed at the younger audience. And the runner-up in the Best Children's Film category is Janet and John Kickstart the Economy, starring Uncle John Smith. Are you sitting comfortably? Then he'll begin.
The only way to build a strong economy is to make the goods and services that people at home and abroad want to buy.
And that's one he made earlier. But the winner is a moving documentary which exposes how 9-year-old girls now have to wait up to 11 months to get into a Labour Party broadcast.
Oh, the surely you see.
Scandalous. She gets her equity card, passes the audition, and then they tell her they've signed Aled Jones for a tonsillectomy. But now we come to our final award, the much-coveted double whammy itself. Nominations are John Major, Neil Kinnock, and Paddy Ashdown. And for the first time ever, the Academy have voted according to proportional representation and the single transferable vote for this one. And the winner is Zviad Gamsakordia. Well, mayhem is breaking out here. Labour's saying that they only revealed his first name Zviad, which is very common anyhow. And so with the first hung ceremony in the awards history, that's it from this year's Whammies.
Mark Steyn live from Cricklewood. Now, I've rejoined our two cartoonists, my